whirlwind for U.S. markets, characterized by a sharp tech tantrum followed by a dramatic Friday recovery. While the S&P 500 finished the week nearly flat, plus 0.04%, the underlying sector rotation was intense. Early week fears focused on whether massive AI capital expenditures would yield near-term returns, leading to a massive sell-off in the technology and consumer discretionary sectors. Software stocks particularly suffered after new AI tools threatened traditional business models. However, Friday's rally saw the Dow surge over 1,200 points to cross the 50,000 milestone for the first time, buoyed by a risk on return to industrials and financials. Defensive sectors like consumer staples provided a rare haven during the midweek volatility. Sector drivers. Last week, technology, AI overspending fears and software disruption sparked heavy liquidations. Financials, optimism over net interest margins and Friday's massive index rebound. Healthcare, mixed earnings results and rotation toward value-oriented stability. Consumer discretionary, pressure from weak labor data and high valuation tech pullbacks. Communication services, volatility in digital ad spend outlooks and AI integration costs. Industrials, strong manufacturing PMI data and Dow 50K momentum buying. Consumer staples, safe haven demand amid heightened volatility and recessionary jitters. Energy, Middle East headline risk and fluctuating crude oil inventories. Materials, slumping commodity prices and global growth concerns weighed heavily. Utilities, interest rate sensitivity as bond yields fluctuated on jobs data. Real estate, pressure from higher for longer rate rhetoric despite stabilizing yields. Global condition, week of February 9, 2026. The week starting February 9 finds global markets in a wait-and-see mode. The primary focus is on the U.S., where government shutdown delayed non-farm payrolls, February 12th, and CPI, February 14th, report will finally drop. In Europe, GDP data for the UK and Eurozone will define growth trajectories, while China's inflation data will be scrutinized for deflationary persistent risks. Exchange, expected movers up. United States, mover 1, Nvidia, massive AI hardware demand outweighs software sector capital rotation fears. Mover 2, Qualcomm, QCOM, strong earnings surprise potential driven by 5G and IoT scaling. United Kingdom, mover 1, BP, recent Middle East supply shocks are driving crude prices higher. Mover 2, HSBC, UK gilt yields rising following hawkish Bank of England signals. Europe, mover 1, ASML, global semiconductor manufacturing capex surge benefits European equipment leaders primarily. Mover 2, LVMH, China's stabilizing CPI suggests a recovery in luxury consumer demand. Japan, mover 1, Toyota, 7,203, a weakening yen and Japan's Prime Minister Takeshi's reflationary policies boost export earnings. Mover 2, Mitsubishi UFJ, 8,306, snap election results favor pro-stimulus growth and higher bank margins. Conditions and trends. U.S. markets are rotating from growth to value as Dow 50K boosts sentiment. The UK faces stagnant growth, while European business confidence is surprisingly rebounding. Japan remains a bright spot as corporate reforms and a weak yen drive Nikkei gains, despite global tech valuation concerns and geopolitical risks. Here at the stock market performance playlist. Is this week's stock terminology learner? What is the Dow 50K? The Dow 50,000 refers to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, reaching a price level of 50,000 points. It is a major psychological milestone and a round number resistance level reflecting significant long-term growth in the U.S. stock market. Anticipated news, forthcoming week. The spotlight hits the U.S. as delayed January jobs and inflation data, CPI, finally release, likely dictating the Fed's next move. UK and Eurozone Q4 GDP figures will confirm if recession fears are realized. Additionally, earnings from McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Cisco will provide a pulse check on global consumer health and enterprise spending resilience. Help us to bring you the best content possible. Subscribe, share, like, and comment.
This is the stock market performance playlist, the sound of victory. Peace.